Good morning, boys and girls, and all of God's children. Welcome to the Church School Neighborhood. I'm Sister Angie Spears, the excited South District Church School Superintendent. What a wonderful, wonderful lesson we have for you today. Today's lesson is titled Christian Growth. How we are to grow as Christians. Our lesson comes from Matthew chapter 4 and chapter 16, John chapter 21, and 2 Peter chapter 3. You are going to enjoy these lessons because in the lessons, it talks about Jesus as he meets the disciples and he tells them, come and follow me. And they listen, they drop what they're doing, and they follow Jesus. And then as we get further into our lesson, we see Jesus talking to Simon Peter, and he says, Simon Peter, do you really know who I am? And Simon Peter says, yes, I do know. I know that other people say that you're Abraham or Moses, but I know that you are the Son of the living God. How does Simon Peter know that? Because he's grown in knowing who Jesus is. And then when we get to our verse that comes from our memory verse, we are told Jesus is saying to the disciple, Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me? And he asks him this 3 times. And each time Simon says, Lord, you know that I love you. And he says, if you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, feed my sheep. That means tell others about me. Well, and that comes from John chapter 21. Our very special word for today is actually a phrase, do you love me? Do you love me? The same words that Jesus used when he was talking to Simon Peter. And he tells him, if you love me, this is what you're going to do. You're going to tell others about me. You're going to tell others how much I love them. And you're going to tell others how important it is that they treat others with love and forgiveness. Well, Patches and Daisy both had excellent examples of today's lesson. Why don't you go first, Patches? As you know, Patches has the grandparents that live in the city. The grandmother and grandfather and all the cousins go over there on many of the weekends. What was last Valentine's Day? And Patches says, the grandmother's very, very quiet. And it was just before Valentine's Day. And she says to the grandpa, do you love me? And the grandfather says, you know I love you. We've been married for over 50 years. Look at all these grandchildren. And yet he kept thinking about it. And she told him in a very quiet voice, she says, there's something that I saw, and it's a bracelet, and I would love to have that for Valentine's Day. That's all she said. Well, Valentine's Day got here, and Patches happened to be over there that weekend, right? And Grandpa comes out with this beautiful big box of candies, and then a little box. And it was actually 3 little boxes. And Grandma opens the first box, and what was in it, Patches? It was the bracelet. But there was another box about the same size, earrings, matching earrings. And the third box was a little bit bigger. What was in there? A matching necklace. Grandpa had heard Grandma when she said, do you love me? I really wanted that one little bracelet. And what did he do? He loves Grandma so much that he made it his business. I'm not just going to get her the bracelet. I'm getting her the matching earrings and the necklace. Grandma was very, very pleased. Thank you for sharing that, Patches. Daisy, what was your example that you wanted to share? Daisy remembers when she turned 4 years old. She told her mom and dad that when they went to see Santa Claus, she wanted to sit on Santa Claus's lap, just her, not with Buttercup. And what happened? When she sits on his lap, he says, have you been a good girl? And Daisy says, yes. And he says, oh, I want you to be a good girl, and I want you to help your mother. I want you to do nice things for your mommy. And what did Daisy do? Oh, my goodness. She did everything to help Mom. She would make her bed. She would ask Mom if she could help her to put clothes away, to help to fold clothes. She would help to dry dishes. Every time that she could think of it, she would say, Mommy, is there something extra that I can do? I would like to help. And it's because Daisy was remembering that Santa Claus said, have you been a good little girl? Because I really want you to help your mother. And Daisy did so much. Daisy's mom was very impressed, and she says, oh my goodness. She was bragging to one of her friends, my gosh, Daisy has talked to Santa Claus, and she's doing all kinds of wonderful things. And what did you say, Daisy? That particular year, that was the year that she got her first American doll and a tea set. So Daisy was very, very pleased that she listened to Santa Claus, who said, if you want to get something nice, I want you to do this. And what is Jesus saying to us? If you love me, I want you to share who I am with others. Tell others about me. Invite others to come to Sunday school. Invite others to come to church with you. Excellent, Daisy. Excellent, Patches. Wonderful, wonderful examples. So let's go to our memory verse. This is from John 21. And here it is. And we shortened it just a little bit. Jesus said to him the third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Jesus said to him the third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Do you think you can fill that in when some of the words are missing? Let's see. Jesus said to him the third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Great job. Excellent job. And I know you're going to enjoy this lesson as you study it in your church school class. We trust that you will join us on next week. Next week, our lesson is titled The Christian Church, and it comes from Mark chapter 4 and Ephesians chapter 4. Until then, God bless you. Have a blessed week. Bye-bye.